everyone. So this is Jessica from Where's the Mule, and I'm not sure, but in case you didn't know, there was a way that you could turn this, which these are Honey Bell oranges. I got a case of them that I'm gonna process, and we're gonna turn them into these fruit cups that you buy from the store. They're actually a lot easier to make at home yourself if you just have a little time and patience to do it. So we're gonna make those as well as freeze dry them. So I'm gonna show you how it is that I do those both of those things. But we're gonna start by peeling these oranges first. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna start peeling all of these Honey Bell oranges. If you have not tried a Honey Bell orange, I suggest you definitely try them. They're in season for just a short time, a few months. You may be able to get them like January through March. So I like things when they're in season at peak freshness. So peel the skin off of that, and then we're just going to separate it like so. Look how juicy that was. It's squirting everywhere. So hopefully I don't get any in my eye. They smell so good. So good. Okay, so I did 15. I peeled 15 because I had 30 of these, and we're just gonna do half and half until I could go and get another case of these. We have a snowstorm coming up, and I think a holiday's coming up on tomorrow. I'm not sure what day y'all are gonna get this video, but the produce farm will probably be closed. It's closed on Sundays and it's closed on the holidays. So I might get this video Tuesday because I'm waiting on an ingredient that was supposed to come today, but it didn't. So we're gonna have to do the fruit cups another day. But for now, I'm gonna show you the freeze dried. So I have the trays. I did one piece of parchment paper. I don't know if you have a BJ's or Sam's in your area, but they have the extra wide parchment paper, and usually I'll just like pull it out to like the length of the tray and cut it in half. However, I seem to not know where my scissors have gone, so that's kind of for today. So we're just going to put down. So put the parchment paper down the opposite way. It rolls this way. Put it down the opposite way so that it could try to become a bit flatter. And then we're just going to spread the oranges out on the tray like so. These taste like candy freeze dried. I tried one orange, we ate it immediately. And there's a lot of sugar in these, so they do take a long while to freeze dry. So honestly, I'm complaining about the one ingredient from the fruit cup. However, these will probably take a day to a day and a half to freeze dry. So it might be one whole video at one time. We'll see. So this tray is full enough. I don't want it too full because there's so much sugar in this. They're gonna all stick together if you overlap them. Okay, so I have 4 trays to go into the freeze dryer. Okay, so the freeze dryer chamber is nice and cold. You see a little bit of frost on it. I loaded the trays, I closed the drain valve, and we will see this in a few hours. It's gonna freeze it and dry it and vacuum it to get all the moisture out. We'll be back. Okay, so I have 4 trays to go into the freeze dryer. Hello everyone, so it is Jessica with Where's the Mule. It is a new day, and this is the part 2 of the video that I was speaking of with the oranges. I did not get to go to the farm. It is currently snowing outside, so once it accumulates a bit more, I am definitely gonna go outside and enjoy it. Know if you can see out there a little bit, but definitely gonna go enjoy it. However, right now it just started maybe 2 hours ago, and we're gonna go ahead and start processing these oranges. So I thought that this video would be 2 takes. It's actually going to be 3 takes, and I will explain to you why a little later. So again, let's start peeling these oranges. Let's not get this in my eye. Okay, everyone. So I am done peeling, and I'm not exactly what the word is. So if y'all know what the word is it called segmenting oranges? Because it's called peeling when you peel the skin off, but is it called segmented when you break it up? Leave some green hearts down below and tell me if you know what it is called when you break apart an orange. Is it called like segmenting? Like, I never knew, and that idea just randomly came to head. So moving on. So now what we're gonna do with this is we're making fruit cups. So the first step with that, we're gonna add water. Right here is 2 quarts of water. We're gonna pour that in there. Okay, so remember when I was like there was one ingredient that I was waiting to show up that did not show up? Well, here it is. It is called pectase or peptic acid. So what this is going to do is break down the white or the pith of the orange. This is used to clarify like wines. So you use that to break down the pith of the orange so that when we put it inside the jars and it's sitting, it doesn't make it bitter. These are very delicious, and we're going to try to preserve the taste as much as possible and not make them all bitter. So for every quart of water, you want to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of pectase, and then you want to let it sit for a couple of hours and just let it do its job. That's that. Mix it in real well. As you can see, the pith of the orange is now peeling off really easily. I'm showing you this by using my thumbnail, and it's just smoothly coming off. And that's why the water is so cloudy, because the pith has now started dissolving from off the oranges. So that's a little tip to help you all with jarring and canning your own oranges. Okay, so now I washed off my oranges really good. As you can see, they look close to the ones that you buy from the store. I could have left the pectase on longer. However, it's not that much of the pith left over. And I'm going to put some of these oranges inside the juicer so I could get some orange juice from them. So to 2 cups of water, I added 1/4 cup of sugar, and now I'm adding the juice of about 2 oranges inside of here. Okay, y'all, so I only had about 13 oranges left. My daughter kept picking them off. And then I juiced 2 to make the, I guess, orange juice syrup to go inside of here. I'm gonna pick up another batch once the snow clears and make a really big one, but I wanted to show y'all what I was gonna do this time. So now I have sterilized my jars. I know the new guideline says that you do not have to sterilize your jars. However, let's not forget why we are canning and storing our own food. And that is a practice that I will not do when it comes to my family. However, if that is something that you are okay with for your family, it's completely fine. But we're gonna put all of these oranges in the jars. Yes, my hands are clean and washed. Okay, so this is the orange syrup that I made. It is hot because we're going to can this on the stove. So I want my jars to be kind of hot, as well as there's boiling water in a canner. So I don't want the jars to break. So you want to make sure the jars will be a little hot. So I filled these to the top, and we're just going to ladle this syrup in here. And we're going to leave about a 1/2 inch of headspace. I do have a tool called a debubbler, I believe it's called. And I'm going to use that to ensure that the bubbles are gone and I'm actually leaving a 1/2 inch of headspace. So, of course, I can't find things when I need it. However, I'm just going to use a knife to kind of debubble this. And it's not a 1/2 inch of headspace, it's about 1 inch of headspace. And we're just going to move this around. You see how far the liquid went down just from doing that? So then we can add a little bit more. Okay, so let's put our rings on. The jars, of course. As well as the rings on the jars. And we are going to tighten it. This is the canning rack, so I'm gonna go ahead and lower this into my pot because it'll be easier to just put the jars on top that are inside of that boiling water. Okay, as you can see, the water is boiling, and I'm gonna begin sitting these all in here. Let me use 2 hands for this. Okay, so I'm going to close the lid and let this sit in here for about 10 minutes. So now we're gonna let these sit for about 12 hours or so and let them get cool and make sure that the seals have all closed. I also can the syrup, the orange syrup that I made, because when I do the next batch, I could just use that. I'll probably open one of these and taste it to see if the syrup is potent enough. If not, I could just add like 1 more orange to that when I do the next batch. All right. Hello everyone. So I am back again on another day. I told y'all this may take a few days and a few parts to get it completely done. All of my jars are sealed. You know that because it's completely dented in. There's no like, the button is not popped up. So we're gonna try it. If you don't have one of these tools, definitely get you one. So it's used for opening sealed jars. So you just open whatever it is and you put this up to it. and you just open. Taste it. This is really, really good. Like, let me let's see what the syrup. The syrup is even good. I thought, because I was like not trying to add sugar, like a lot of sugar, so I had only added a 1/4 cup of sugar to 2 cups of water to 1 cup of orange juice. I was like, it's not gonna really be sweet, which was good, but I didn't know how it was gonna taste. It's absolutely divine. So go ahead and try this. Cheers. Leave some green hearts down below and tell a friend to come grow with us.